Ha, take that, you stupid Terminator. Get dunked on. I have a lightsaber. You suck. Wow, hopefully there's no more enemies because this level's so easy. Welcome to John Wack Devlog 6. This week I did some cool stuff, I guess, but also a lot of boring stuff. I'll start with the boring stuff though, because I actually think boring stuff is interesting. Anyway, something new I've been working on this week is upgrades to the weapon system. Before this, the way I handled shooting was very stupid, so I made it less stupid, but honestly it's kind of stupid nonetheless. So before this, I had every single thing that could shoot have its unique shooting system. So for the player has its own shooting. Enemy also has its own shooting. Is that stupid? Yes. So I moved all of the shooting stuff to a generic function on the enemy that can detect whether it's a player bullet or a non-player bullet or enemy bullet. Anyway, I implemented this, which only took me 3 days. And next, I worked on shader graph. So what's shader graph? People can make really cool stuff with it, except me, who struggle to make a glow effect. Hey, you know what something other YouTubers have done that I haven't? A build montage, but I do game development, so it's probably gonna be boring. So with the glow effect in place, the first thing I added was obviously a lightsaber, because anybody would be stupid not to add a lightsaber when you have glow. So I put a light under the lightsaber, because light, and then I added a particle system so that it, kind of yum-yums everywhere and spawns and degenerates particles, because I think that looks cooler than just a solid beam, and solid beams don't look that cool. Now that I've got a very cool lightsaber, we're on to the next thing I made. And the next thing I made was weapon health damage amounts. I mean, not that exciting, probably not as exciting as Lightsaber or Terminator, but I think it's cool. Why? Because now all the weapons do amounts of damage based on how fast they go. Well, how to multiply velocity by the hit force and hit amount.
The velocity, and then I turned it into one number with magnitude, because you can't multiply a vector. 2, and a float to get a float result, which is what you need for the damage.
So then I finally did it, and then my friend roasted me on the Discord server after watching my video, and he's like, hey, I noticed you're not using switch case for the weapon type. You're using if high, you noob. By the way, both of us watched that video of Yandere Dev, who uses if for everything, and then it drops the frame rate to like 20 on pro gaming PCs, which runs worse than Grand Theft Auto. All because he used if and not switch. I learned from that video that if runs through every condition before giving you the one you want, switch just goes to that one, which is pretty cool. So I did that for my ammo system, because switch case statements are cool. Another thing that looks horrible about the old game is that the explosions have no light. If something explodes, it's obviously going to cast light everywhere. And how did I do this? Well, adding a light to the explosion obviously isn't going to cut it. And I also found the script that attaches light to individual particles, but when somebody plays this, there will be a huge lag spike and their computer will take a poo-poo on itself, and that would suck. I added the glow material from the lightsaber to it, and then I added a point light to activate and then deactivate when the particle system plays. So there's going to be some cast off and some just individual glow. So pretty epic. And now something random I worked on this week. I drew a car. Obviously the art is temporary because it looks like hot garbage. So I put it in the game, let it run around for a bit, and maybe I'm going to use this for some level design on Chapter 2, where you have a bunch of cars and then you run around, kind of like that Milkman Carlson level. Another thing I wanted to add is how much hits a weapon can take from blocking bullets. Obviously, just standing in front with a katana and blocking all bullets is pretty overpowered, so I obviously have to fix that. How do I fix this? Well, I add a health value to each of the weapons, and every time they get hit by a bullet, they lose health. And once they get to 0, it'll break, and then you drop the weapon. Then I got this really cool suggestion from Akiokami, who's this really cool guy. Thanks for the comments, Akiokami. I'm gonna link his channel on one of those cards in the upper right corner, and also link his Twitter. He's making this really cool horror game, and you should check out his channel, because it definitely is better than my game. especially on the visuals, which is pretty insane. His visuals are amazing. Anyway, his advice for me was that bullets should have like a health system. Every time they hit another bullet, they lose some health. And I think a good example for this is Street Fighter and its projectiles. Fireballs can have different hits. For characters like Akuma or Kage, they have projectiles that can go up to 3 hits, which will consume regular fireballs and keep going. However, the downside of this is that it takes a long time to charge. Anyway, this applies to my game as well, because a sniper, it takes a long time to reload, so I gave that 3 hits. But a pistol, it reloads really fast and you can basically spam it, so it only does 1 hit. So, say if a sniper bullet and a regular bullet were to collide. The sniper would lose 1 health, but it would still have 2 hits, so it would keep going. The regular bullet would lose all of its health, because it only has 1. So the sniper bullet goes num num, and the pistol bullet goes bye bye, I'm kill. That's all I've made this video. I've been trying some new stuff with the visuals and stuff, and I want to thank today's sponsor, Helios. He makes really cool game development stuff. You should definitely go to his channel, smash subscribe, and smash like on all his videos, because you are epic like that. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week or next week, depending on how much I've done.